Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Eberron, Ashes of the Last War. I'm the wonderful DM of this game, Obsidia, everybody's favorite Death Knight, and I hope you're all ready for Beach Episode Part 2. We also are going to have big gay hours tonight, so I hope you've got your queer hats ready, because things are about to get spicy. If I ever sound weird tonight, I went to the dentist earlier and half of my face was numb, so I'm coming off of that. So we're going to go around the table, do introductions. I'm going to do the session recap, and then we are going to jump on into it. Also, if you haven't done so already, please go check out my Tilify link by typing !charity or just clicking the donate button on my Twitch panels. It'll take you there. We're raising money for Trans Lifeline, a trans suicide prevention and support network. Every little bit counts. Yeah, and then be sure to check out all these wonderful players. First up, here we go. We got Page the Mage. Let's go.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. That's me. My name is Yulia. I go by Royal Knight BT on both Twitch and Twitter. I've been a little slow lately, but I'm picking it back up hopefully soon. I play a bunch of JRPGs, you play a lot of Skyrim, and I play Dungeons and Dragons with all these wonderful people. So if you like that sort of thing, you should come on by. Thanks.
Yes, definitely go check out Yulia. She is a very good bean. Very, very nerd, very Sonic enthusiast.
No.
Just I heard at a recent poll, Crom actually went to the bottom of the pile and Sonic top tier. You heard it here first, folks. Next up we have my mouth hurts too much to do it, so we have the Fruh lady.
Wow. I'm so sorry.
It took like 15 episodes, but yeah, bye. I can't do it.
I'm playing Fruh. Here you go.
I'll
carry it for you. But yes, hello. My name is Lily. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Lily Faywood. Currently trying to get back in the swing of things. I've got a con this weekend though, so I'm going to be trying to figure out what I'm doing there. But otherwise, I play D&D with these lovely people, and we have a lot of fun with a lot of gay energy and a lot of that good stuff. So yay, haha.
Yay! Thank you so much, Lily. Next up, we have Jubilee.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jubilee. Not really. I'm Maris. I play Jubilee. On a bit of a rebranding hiatus myself. However, things are getting kind of exciting behind the scenes, so we can look forward to some updates in the very near future, which I'm very, very excited about. But in the meantime, you can always catch me here for Ashes, playing Hot Pink Disaster Buys, or over on Litro's channel, playing a different palette of disaster buys, so for his D&D campaign. So it's always fun. Always happy to be here.
Confirmed. Maris just palette swaps disaster buys between games. You've never seen all of them in the same room. That's all I'm saying.
It's true.
Next up, we have your pal Malral. Let's go.
Greetings. My name is Malral, also being played by Litro the Bronze. I like to play RPGs and other Dungeons & Dragons stuff. I've been a bit busy at work, but hopefully I can stream some more in the future. If you love D&D and stuff and shows like this, feel free to pop by my channel, where you can see many of these people who you currently see here playing in other campaigns.
Thank you, Litro. Yes, definitely go check out Litro. And then finally, last but never least, we have Ces.
Yes, much like Jubilee, Ces is actually a fictional character played by me, Sif VTuber. Hi. Favorite local knight that is forced to wear cat ears on Mondays. I do art, I play game. Currently rigging a model a friend gifted me, and you will see it and hopefully FF14 on my channel again. I love you guys tons.
The critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, starring none other than Cat Girls Gone Wild.
What?
But yes, thank you everyone so much for coming by tonight. Previously on Eberron, Ashes of the Last War, our plucky group of adventurers found themselves invited to a beach episode. Literally, the invitation was welcome to the beach episode. But no, the governor of Greywall, in thanks for all that they've done in support of the city and the daughters of Sorakel, have given them a 1-day vacation to a lakeside manor owned by the governor, along with his champions, to rest and relax. The party then had to explain what a beach episode was to some of the more urbanized kiddies in the accompaniment, and they decided to all go swimsuit shopping to various levels of Amish to Russian oligarch in swimsuit design. And then they took the great journey to the lake, and they began the experience of having Malral meet all of the champions of Greywall, the Lady Cryotrixia, everybody's favorite snake mommy, Captain Lilith Venomspite, the tiefling captain of the guards, and then finally High Priestess Hecate, the Medusa priestess of the Dark Six, along with many, many kobold servants, and of course everybody's favorite little snake, Cryotrixia, who the party had rescued from the original very first adventure. Upon settling in at the manor, the party kind of all went into their own little corners to chit-chat. The several members of the party had a smutty book club, specifically Page, Sylvana, and Jubilee got together and talked about their slutty romance novels that they love, and including making a gay elf sports anime canon in the Eberron universe. It's called 70%. Go check it out. As Fruh kind of listened in, not joining in per se, but being a part of the club indirectly. Malral got to know the various champions of Greywall a bit better, telling war stories, and also getting a chance to play with Cryotrixia's daughter, since Malral had lost his own family and children. It was nice to have somebody he could, be able to be a sort of dad for a bit. And then the party went outside and is in the midst of doing an intensive sandcastle competition. There was a brief averted disaster when Sylvana was put between picking to team up with Page and teaming up with Ces. But thankfully, Kai Shen, being the fellow childless dad of the party, managed to swoop in and resolve that issue. Becoming
it would have been sandemonium.
God damn it, Malral. Settling that. So Malral is helping Cryotrixia, Kai Shen is helping Sylvana, and then Page is helping Ces. Literally the three Smiths of the party are having a sandcastle competition. As they did this, Fruh talked about trauma, war, and how do you stop the killing at a certain point with Cryotrixia, and was left with some very, very somber things to consider into the future, and how they're dealing with their own issues with the Seekers. And I think that basically covers everything as we head into the part 2 of the beach episode. And so we begin with some sweet tunes from last time that also played during emotional moments. And yeah, so we're going to start off with the first most important question. I'm going to go around the table to Ces and to Malral and ask how specifically you are going to style your sandcastle, and I will tell you what roll to make. So first off, Ces.
Now, see, the thing is, neither her nor Paige have
Yep.
ever really worked with sand before. So, it's gonna be fun. I'd assume Ces would start piling up stuff and just wait and see what the others are doing before going, oh, you're just fucking, this is just Play-Doh, got it.
Really shitty Play-Doh.
What Ces and Page do? Would they? No, a miniature. They would make a house. This isn't a sand castle. This is a sand home.
Home is where the sand is.
It's rough.
Even
It's
at
pretty.
its
It gets
coarsiest.
everywhere.
All right, so you guys
Just
are
like
building,
family.
you guys are going to be building a house. How about you, Malral? What are you and Cleo making?
Actually, Malral's going to be taking. Is going to be letting Cleo take the lead on more of like designing the castle,
Okay.
and he's just going to like help out most of the time. And only when Cleo thinks that she's done, she really likes the castle, is when he's going to be like, "All right, get back. Actually, go in my bag there. There are some tinted goggles. Go ahead and put those on." No, I've only done this once before, but it was really, really cool. So, stay behind me. And I'm going to use my breath weapon to try and turn this sandcastle into a glass castle.
Okay.
And I looked it up. I don't know if this counts or not, because I don't know how powerful my breath weapon is, but considering it does more than the Artificer's flamethrower, I'm hoping it does.
Mm-hmm.
A flamethrower can go to about 300,000 degrees, and in order to turn sand to glass, it needs to be around 3,000 degrees. So hopefully, my breath weapon is enough to do that.
Roll some damage. Just roll damage. We'll use that as a gauge of your glassiness.
Glassiness?
10.
10? On how many dice?
2d10.
2d10? Alright. Not bad. Below average. Below average.
It is better than the Artificer's 2d6 for a flamethrower.
Yep. Okay, let's now we're gonna do the classic, when in doubt, odd or even, my good bean.
Even.
Odd it is.
Ah.
Yes. So the good news is you turn it to glass. The bad news is the actual, like, flaming force of your breath weapon is a little much for this lakeside sand. And so it gets a bit because one of the problems when you're making sand and glass is that it melts. And so the sand collapses in upon itself a bit. It becomes a very beautiful glassy dome. But it's considering the previous thing was Cryotrixia was trying to make her house, which is like a hobbit den in a hill. It still kind of gets the spirit of it.
Looks over at Cleo. I think no matter what, it's out sanding.
Okay, let me see if I can do something. And she gets some flowers that she picked. It is like tries to put it on the glass and they just slide off. Because that her house in Greywall has lots of flowers and stuff growing on the top of it because it's in a hill. But yeah, it just slides off.
I have an idea. We can't put the flowers on top of it. But what if we chisel them in?
She kind of looks at you blinking. She goes, Can you do that?
I never leave home without a chisel. Goes in my bag, pulls out a chisel, and basically have her help draw the outlines on it. Looks like some charcoal. So Malral actually does the chiseling while she actually designs all the flowers.
Okay. Make a dexterity plus proficiency bonus with advantage, Mr. Smith. You just roll a d20 and just add.
Yeah. It would be a d20 plus 3 with advantage. That's 16 total.
Okay, not bad. You do a pretty darn good job chiseling some flower designs into this glass without shattering it. Your forged clericness is finally paying off.
It didn't show up in the chat. Did you?
I believe you. You could be lying to me, and I will never forgive you. But next up, Ces, could you please make a dexterity plus proficiency bonus?
All right.
And Page, is Paige proficient in any kind of crafting?
I know you said you were good at like sewing stuff. Did you actually take
Yes.
proficiency in like weaving tools or anything like that?
Yeah, it's basically just like, yeah, weaving and sewing.
Okay. I'll let you add double proficiency instead of advantage. Since it's not truly a transferable like skill for this.
Yeah.
It's like copying spell scrolls down, yeah? It's the meticulous handiwork.
Yeah. So
So at a
D20 plus Dex plus double proficiency.
Yeah, so that would be a 20, not a 17.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then finally we have your girl Sylvana, who is actually going to determine how well she rolls on this. So
We're all not doing very hot.
yep. So with advantage. Okay, so it's 13 plus her stat line. 16. Okay. So it all comes down to she is actually using Kai Shen as the template, and she is building a sand body for Kai Shen. Like she's burying him in the sand and stylizing a whole like warforged frame for him. She's gotta play off of her skills.
So we have a
That's
glass
how I
flower
guess that's
dome,
sand.
a body, and an actual like sand house.
Yep. The good news is everybody actually did pretty damn well on their sandcastle construction. So now we come to the great part of this, which is Fruh, Jubilee, and Cryotrixia
are we the judge?
Get to vote on who is the best sandcastle. You have your 3 descriptors. You've got Little House on the Sand, complete with stick figures of Page and Ces. You've got Sandy Robo Kaishen, and you've got Glass Dome with flower carvings.
If Cleo were to drew some stick drawings of her and her mom, I would have carved those out too.
Sure, you could put 2 little snakes curled up and like entwined with each other.
You're gonna make us choose between our friends.
Yep,
What the hell?
Wow.
The cat's looking up expectantly.
Big kitty eyes. The
Two
Puss in Boots
emoji.
style.
Little tails wagging a little bit, going back and forth.
It's the fucking Puss in Boots thing with Puss and Kitty.
Yes.
Yep.
So, I just wanted to add this as descriptor. Fruh has like the tallest wine glass you've ever seen, and it's currently like
Next
there's
to
not
Cryos,
much left in
because
it.
Cryos is literally the size of like your torso.
That's true. Like this is a pretty. It's the size of the titty wine glass. And just like they're mostly through it at this point. This is the first one you've seen already. It's been like 30 minutes. Just kind of look around and just be like, it's very charming, don't you think? We have one depiction of home here. A lovely body over here, and a lovely glass sculpture. That is quite interesting, very original, don't you think?
Well, we certainly got a wide variety of artistic interpretations. Was this like, just so I know that I'm judging fairly, was this a sand castle contest or a sand sculpture contest?
Oh yes, what was the prompt? I apologize, I was too busy getting drunk over
Everybody
here.
kind of looks at each other like,
All that matters is that we had fun.
I don't think there was any rules or dictates put down. I obviously would have followed any directions that I was given.
Well, I think after looking over each of the contestants and carefully evaluating the structural integrity and artistic endeavors, I have to say I'm quite drawn to this one right here. And she's gonna walk over to Cryotrixia and Malral's and just say, "This is a mighty fine looking house, Cleo."
You see,
Hold up a hand for a high five for Cleo.
yeah, Cleo's rattlesnake tail is rattling as she looks excited, and she does a little high five to Malral.
I must say, though, if I can have my own thoughts about this, I do love the absolute simplicity of what our lovely ladies over here have been able to produce. A nice, comfy home that they feel happy and content with. So I think that my prize will go to Ces and Page.
As a point for us, and Says raises one of the sticks they use to like carve out the flower field by the house.
Cryotrixia will slide off of her sunning rock and look at the three, narrowing her eyes, taking a sip of her wine. She goes, "Well, obviously, my daughter did the most exquisite one." And so I think that she has clearly taken the day. And Cleo looks really excited, and she leaps up and wraps around Malral's chest and gives him a hug.
Hey, you know what the best part, Cleo? You can take this one home. Because it's glass, you can actually pick it up.
Here's your hot glass. And,
If she drew on it,
and
put
get
flowers
it.
on it, I imagine it's cooled down.
but you do have fire resist.
Yeah.
But yes.
But-
so,
I was going to say, Kaishen, you do look absolutely fabulous over there, lounging about. I must say.
This is true. This is a fine piece of craftsmanship, Sylvana.
I tried to make it as
Meticulous.
anatomically correct as possible.
Oh, we can tell.
It almost seems like he can get up and walk around in it.
Would it be effective as a suit of armor?
You see Sylvana's gloves like glow for a moment, and Kaishen stands up, and he is now surrounded in sand.
Oh, that is quite impressive, I must say.
Oh my
See what you
goodness.
can do with metal.
Preferably, do not magically enchant any metal you've grafted onto my skin.
Well, Cleo, I think as our champion, do you have any words you would like to say as you accept this great honor?
Oh, she looks really nervous.
You can do it. He gives 2 thumbs up.
I would like to say that I'm really happy you all came and that you made sandcastles with me. You all are very nice, and I really appreciate it.
Juby will give a hearty clap.
Paige starts clapping, yeah.
It's full on applause.
Kaishen is clapping sand. And you see just bits of sand flying everywhere.
Dunking.
You want to upgrade
Over
that
and
sand
over.
armor to glass armor?
Do not burn Kaishen alive.
I will not.
And yes,
Take it.
everybody's clapping and stuff, and Cryotrixia that gives her daughter a big hug, picks her up, and gives her a big smooch on the forehead. All right, and on that note, I think it's time for me to return to my rock. She slides back to her chair.
The rock.
Fruh finishes the
You're
glass of
taking
wine.
Cleo
and
with
quick-
her?
No, Cleo's still looking at her little glass dome.
It is not nap time yet. The
Um,
child is free.
Fruh kind
Want me
of
to put my name
drinks.
in it, or want me to put your name on it for you?
What is Fruh doing?
Oh, I was just saying that they finished downing the one glass and then kind of signaled to the kobolds to bring them another glass, as full as the last one.
The kobold maids will nod and disappear and return with another full stein of wine.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you. I appreciate all of you so very much.
Yeah, maybe everybody could sign the glass. So I can remember all of you whenever I look at it.
Oh, I think that's a fine idea.
I think that's sweet.
How are we gonna do we just use these and Ces just holds up like the cat claws? Do we use our cat claws to like sign?
That will make a really bad noise. Just take the charcoal, write your name in it, and I'll go ahead and carve it out.
Do you do your
Probably a better idea.
Do you do your angry cat face, Ces, for signature?
No. Oh wait, for signature? Yes. Cez's handwriting isn't so good, so it's just angry kitty.
I imagine we put that all on the bottom of the dome, so it doesn't obstruct the flowers.
Gotcha. All right. Everybody signs it. You now, you get some more time for drinks and some snacks and stuff, and then Magnolia comes out of where she's been hiding, and she looks at Jubilee, and she's holding a volleyball in her hand. Juby, I think it's time that we have a little competition.
Oh, okay. So you took what I said no training seriously, but you still want to pick a fight. All right.
I'm not picking a fight. This is just some good, wholesome, fun little volleyball.
Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, we can play.
All right.
You want to join in too? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let's get some teams going on.
I would love to play.
All
This
right.
sounds like something I'm good at.
If we're playing, might as well get ready. Take off the shirt so he's only wearing the Speedo now.
Oh gosh.
Eyes bleeding for a majority of the group.
You see the sun glistening off of those shining scaled cheeks.
Oh, I guess I should get properly dressed then too, huh?
You need to make sure that you're loose and limber for such activities, Jubilee.
I don't mind helping to stretch.
Not necessary. But I'll go change into my suit and I'll be back.
All right. Everybody else starts taking off their clothes to be in their swimsuits. How do you guys want to divide up your teams? It's going to be...
Hold on,
I'm
very
assuming-
important question first before we
Yes.
decide teams.
Yes.
As everyone's getting into the swimsuits, what's everyone else's reactions? Like all the NPCs and things.
Oh,
know
to
some.
seeing Malral. Yeah, fucking the champions of Grey Wall all kind of like snicker and like whisper to each other, and like they give supportive gestures to Malral. For the
Everyone's
audacity.
confidence. What about everyone else's swimsuits? Are they reacting to those at all?
Except for Laryssa, everybody's kind of like, oh, those are very cute swimsuits and stuff. And then Laryssa comes bouncing in her microkini.
I'm assuming our captains will be Jubilee and Maggie, yeah? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that just makes sense, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Fruh is just sitting there, having literally just gotten the glass of wine, is just like, I should probably finish this one before we get started, or else I'm gonna have to have it sit out and get all dirty and musky, and they just take the full swig and down the rest of that one as well. So they're currently 2 full glasses of wine in.
You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it.
I would say I'm ready if you want to con save, but I will role play it otherwise.
Nah, you be as drunk as you want to be.
Hey, let's go.
So currently, Cryotrixia shoves Hecate and Lilith forward. Laryssa comes bouncing in with holding Lily, and you've got Kaisha and Sylvana. So currently, including you guys, you should be at I believe 11 people.
Ooh,
who's gonna start?
that's 3 too many.
Well, this is made up volleyball. It doesn't matter.
Gotta break it in half. Who's gonna sit out? Who's gonna
You know what?
referee? Who's gonna sit on the big referee chair?
People
You
who
know
have
what?
perception trained, you notice Sharon staring from inside the house between like 2 tables.
Oh, you didn't encounter Sharon. Okay, never mind. We know what.
Should I go get her? Is that what's going on here?
I want to come.
Or should I go
with.
get them? You want to come with?
I
They're
feel like
uncomfortable. Yeah, I can sit out. I can bring out the grill and I can start cooking some dogs.
no, it's integral to team building, and also I think it'd be really funny if me and Fruh were to talk to them. Unless someone else would rather go, that's totally fine.
No, you should go. I don't know about dogs cooking, so it might be best to grab another person.
Yeah, let's go ahead and grab some then.
So who's going in after Sharon?
Me and Fruh and Ces.
Okay, you guys enter the house. Sharon's just still kind of staring out the window.
Darling, we're about to get involved in physical activity.
I saw.
You sure you don't want to show off the skills that you have and the ability to bounce around at will?
I don't know if it would be right for me to join you. I don't know you all, and they don't know me, and I don't see why I would deserve to be a part of this.
I mean, most people don't know us around here. There are other champions, and also, how are you going to get to know us if you don't, spend time with us? It's not like we're asking you to give your whole life story the same way you talked about ours before. We're just asking you to slap a big inflatable ball around.
In terms of people that are new as well, I only know one more person than you do, so it's not exactly a big difference.
They look very, usually they just look very much like dead to the world. This they're actually kind of nervous. They're like, I don't know how to play.
Okay, so let's see. Ces, do you have any good comparisons about how you would explain volleyball to a person that is a natural-born killer?
Is beach ball just volleyball? Because again, I cannot stress this enough. This is Page and I's first time at the beach.
Very true, very true. So the main goal of it is that you would, there's an inflatable ball that you bounce up with both hands, and then the main goal is to get it over the net and spike it into the ground. And if you do that, you get a point. It's simple as that. Very much a dexterous kind of shindig we've got going on here.
The fact that I didn't actually canonly hear Fruh say shindig is very upsetting to me.
Oh, don't worry. Ces is here to record the tea for later.
And they kind of look out the window and look kind of bashfully. It's like, I don't know.
I know you do not feel welcome here. But hey, I mean, it's physical activity, and we all know that we need to keep that up, right? Not gonna get any just sitting in the room, just staring and waiting for us to come back and head home for the night.
All right. I'll come, but don't expect anything from me.
It's okay. I don't expect nothing. I just want to hit a ball.
If you have fun, that is a happy consequence of your willingness to be a part of this.
All right. And with that, they will kind of docilely follow Ces and Fruh out of the house.
If it makes it any better, I recommend drowning a whole glass of wine or something like that before going onto the court.
I will pass. It seems to be very counterproductive if you're going to be engaging in strenuous physical activity.
If you play poorly, that's part of the fun, I think.
All right, so we're gonna do some rounds here, baby. We're gonna.
Kai-Shin, Hecate, you want to be on the same team?
He goes, yeah, sure. I guess I could do that.
And I guess Juby will be back by this point.
You all get to see Jubilee's swimsuit.
Yeah.
Private.
Yeah.
Gun.
What do we get? What do we get?
All right. Yeah.
Looking
so,
good, boss.
So, as I mentioned, well, she actually did not mention this to you guys because she was much too shy. But her swimsuit is a 2-piece white suit with a high-waisted frilly skirt, and a sort of sweetheart little neckline, little top with like flowy, like frilly bell sleeves. But the thing about Juby is that you never see, because she's normally wearing like 5 to 6 petticoats on a given day. She's very bottom heavy, and all of her muscle is in her legs.
She's got that dump truck ass.
Hey,
Let's
yo,
go.
you got that dumpy? What?
Yeah, but
Says wolf whistles the moment you turn.
Can we get a Juby dumpy gif at some point?
Well, she's just getting ready to fight you all.
I know what must be done.
So, you know, she's muscular, but I have to note that her tum is still quite soft, and there's just a little bit of tasteful pudge off the top of her skirt, because soft is good too.
Yeah, there is a slow pause from several people, and then Laryssa will be like, just jump up in the air and go, "Woo! Hell yeah, work it, girl!"
No, okay, thank you. Just averting eyes, not looking at Laryssa in her tiny, tiny swimsuit.
You look fabulous, darling.
Yeah,
Of course.
thank you.
It does. It looks so nice.
Thanks, Paige. Yeah, I guess we should divvy up the teams then, huh?
Well, looks like you decided to get a little bolder since last I saw you.
Just a tad.
I see that all of these ne'er-do-wells have had a particular influence on you.
Says wolf whistling again.
No.
Awooga, awooga.
No. All right.
Paige
who's
elbowing her sister.
who's with me then?
Well, you pick. You're team captain, aren't you?
Right. I guess. Are we actually like gonna divvy it out
Oh,
like
you betcha.
in real time?
Pick your team.
You're gonna-
Pick your
you're-
team.
you're-
This is imperative. This is the telltale. Like they.
Who's
will
last
remember
pick in
this.
gym class?
Oh no!
No.
Gonna be Paige.
Who's last pick? Who's first pick? Oh no!
It's the nerd.
I mean, are we using magic in this? Because like, if we want to time stop a beach ball.
Malral is looking at Hecate and Kai-Shin and is like, oh, I guess we aren't going to be together unless they pick us.
Kai-Shin shrugs.
Juby is going to scan the group and just say, well, height is kind of a benefit for this sort of sport, but so is dexterity. I'm gonna pick Fruh.
You know, I do appreciate this. I must warn you that I am getting a little bit tipsy at this point, but I will gladly join.
Oh, good. All right. Maybe put that glass down. All right.
Oh, it's done. It's done. I'm too deep already.
I can't change my choice, can I?
Nope, sorry, Jimmy,
Nope.
that is
Darn
set in
it.
stone.
You made your choice. You picked tall over small, huh?
I'm
Like
gonna
Paige
obviously
is
choose.
looking at her.
I like how you also picked the second tallest person.
You know,
I said dexterity also matters
And
too.
dexterity, yeah.
I think that Ces is really like, she seems real athletic. I've seen her work. I've seen those muscles. I'm choosing Ces.
Says walks up right behind Magnolia. Like the bully's like first friend on the side, just standing there.
She's just trying to get that view.
Ayo.
Hey, yo.
I can
Hey, you?
do a lot of things at this beach. Ayo. I mean,
Hey,
Ces
yo?
has not
Hey,
been
yo?
staring at any one person in particular because there's a lot of nice things on this beach. Just not Malral. Please don't make me stare at Malral.
All right.
I'm just gonna start rubbing oil on myself to make me even more shiny.
I think next, I'm gonna pick, my art instructor, Kashin.
You chose wisely.
I had a feeling.
Pat him on the back as he goes to join the team.
He gives you a nod. Alright, Mag goes, alright, next up. I don't know you. I'm gonna have to say, I think that one has some advantages. And she picks Laryssa.
Advantages.
Laryssa flies bouncily
You
over.
can fly.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, Spike Star.
And
Page and Sylvana standing next to each other.
It's okay, I'm used to this.
oh,
Save here, don't worry.
Juby looks so guilt-stricken right now.
No, it's okay. You need the tactical advantages. It's fine.
If you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, I don't mind being last.
You know what?
Feelings
use
won't be
magic.
hurt, I promise.
You know what? I think I'm gonna stir the pot a little bit and pick the other sister from my team. Come on, Paige.
Oh, so we truly having the family feud here.
Come on, sis. Go ahead. Go over to Juby.
She kind of looks over at Ces for a second. We're like waddling over, like, oh no.
She's giving you the I know what you want.
Juby will just like pat Paige's shoulder and just be like, let's show we're the better sisters, huh?
I heard
Yeah.
that. There's no way.
Well, okay, you want to get a little sister square down? I think I'm gonna choose. I know Lily's proper fear, so I'm gonna choose the little one. Lily's like, oh gosh, really? Whoa.
Gives Lily 2 thumbs up as she goes over.
She looks really
And-
embarrassed.
And I would be remiss if I separated the dynamic duo, so I'll have Sylvana on my team as well.
Oh, well, thank you, Juby. I'm sorry that you're taking this burden onto yourself.
Nonsense! I want you on my team. Get over here.
Oh, okay. And she comes over. Oh, I'm glad you give yourself a handicap with the nerds.
Hey, these nerds fight a lot harder than you've ever seen.
Right.
These are my nerds.
Also, she's been in my blacksmithing shop and,
Oh no, she can lift. Like she's made some things.
don't underestimate her.
Paige looking over at Sylvana like, I call this the duo.
I know. Sylvana blushes. All right. Well, I don't know. That one seems weird and a little off-putting, so I don't know. I'm gonna go with probably the snake lady. And Hecate kind of gives this look of like, snake lady. way to abbreviate High Priestess of the Dark Six. All right.
It's what it is.
And so it is now down to Asharin and Malral. Ashar looks very awkward. Especially now that they're the second to last person.
Poor her. For them.
So, Juby, which one are you picking? Malral or Asharin?
Juby
Just
will.
constantly like eyes towards Asharin, just like kind of like silently going like pick them.
Juby is clocking that, but also looks at Fruh on her team like, will this be a mistake?
Fuck.
But at the same time, she's quite empathetic and doesn't want Asharin to feel like the odd one out. So she'll look over at Asharin and just sort of crack a toothy grin and just say, well, I don't quite know what you can do yet, but you could show me. Come on over here.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
And they kind of reluctantly kind of move over to you, like, very warily, as they look around all of the people around them.
Looks over at Fruh. Play nice.
Oh, trust me, I will play very nice.
Well, Malral, I like to see that we got a tall drink of water on our side. Get your ass over here.
All right, goes over and let's see. On this team is Lily, Hecate, Laryssa,
Ces.
and Ces.
Yep. And then you and Maggie. That's your team of 6. On Jubilee's team, we have Jubilee, Fruh, Sylvana, Asharin, and Page. I think that it is time that we have a volleyball match.
Oh boy.
Yay!
All right, everybody. I want you to make athletics or acrobatics rolls.
Oh boy.
Can I rage?
for a single, like, ball hit.
Well, if you think about it, a volleyball's improvised weapon, so rage would. I'm kidding. Athletics.
So, Juby's team, please roll yours first.
Oh, sorry.
Damn
Ignore
it,
me.
now Ral, you had one job.
I pressed the button before you said it.
A 18 plus 6 for 24.
You'll love to see it.
Ignore the nat 1 on the other side.
Oof, Shard with the 12 with a +7.
Hey.
No, they
got
rolled
an
a 12
11
with
my
a +7.
Ugh.
Oh no.
That's a real rough roll. And
Mine's-
Alright, what you got, Paige?
My roll 20 is acting up.
Save us.
Oh, okay.
6, there resulted in an 8. Oh my god.
that's Kai-Shen. Big oof.
Oh no!
Wait, was the 18 Sylvana?
Yes.
Damn.
At this rate, I'm expecting Bestie to roll a nat 20.
I did.
What?
I can't, it's, I'll like post it on the thing, but
Oh, wait. Oh my god.
Apparently,
Leopards are eyes.
apparently Paige just needed the power of gay to take her, to show her true sports potential. As having
Dynamic.
Sylvana next to her as the dynamic duo just gave them both, like, the Chad energy they needed for volleyball.
like, I'm sorry.
It's the gay sports anime we all have been waiting for.
Hey.
Yuri on ice, now get ready for Yaoi on fire at the beach volleyball scene.
Excellent. The power of gay shines strong. Now we're going to go over to Maggie's team. So, Malral, please roll. You already rolled. I'm going to now do a bunch of NPCs.
I'll re-roll if you want me to.
No, it's fine.
What
So
is
first
the-
up, we have...
There was.
What?
Oh, never mind.
I like to think Malral's trying to do like stupid things to help their team out. So he's like, whenever there's like a really high like toss of the volleyball, he'll like, with Lily's permission, like pick her up and hold her up high so she can get a spike.
So first up was Lily, because you also have
God.
to remember
Oh.
Lily is a trained assassin.
You're just fucking hopping off the tall people's heads
Yeah.
like, this is mine.
She
Was
does
she the
like
25
fucking...
or was she the 21?
No, 21 is Laryssa.
Okay.
Yeah, Lily is like fucking Shadow of the Colossusing off of fucking Malral to hit the ball. That's Maggie.
Y'all,
Good
we
lord.
rolled well, and I think we're gonna lose.
Oh my
That's
god.
Hecate. So
I think
Let's
they
go.
won.
I think
You know
they
that?
won.
Me. I could still
We're
throw this.
still missing one person.
3,
Angry,
4...
Get it?
gay
Throw the-
energy.
Who am I missing? right now?
Throw
I'm
it,
trying to remember.
Seth.
It's me,
Give
it's
us
me.
give us the
I got
nat
so
one
many NPCs.
specialty.
Oh yeah, Seth! No!
I rolled a 2.
Seth got fucking one-upped by her super athletic sister, apparently.
Yeah. No, we're
I
done
was rooting for those low rolls that you always
Why is
get.
the wrestler on the volleyball team the one holding us back?
You could say the same thing about the other 2 beefcakes on the other team, okay?
Yeah, the nerd's coming in clutch. So, yeah, what we have going on is Jubilee got an 11,
I
Fruling
put
got
them
a
in the Discord,
24,
all the numbers.
fucking Ashara got a 12, and Sylvana got an 18, Kaishin got an 8, and we have for Maggie's team, we've got Lily with a 25, Laryssa with a 21, fucking Maggie with a 19, Hecate with a 15, and Ces with a 10 is the weakest link on the team. So we are actually going to have, it is over the course of your volleyball matches, it will be a net win for Team Magnolia. And you will get to see, there is a brief moment when Laryssa, flies up in the air to hit the ball where she super speeds it. And then you see that it's like the stars aligned as her micro bikini slides down with the sheer, gravitational force of that slam. And you see Kaishin, this is where you get an interesting note about Kaishin, is Kaishin hits the ball at one point, or tries to. He leaps up and his, his shirt that he was wearing blows up, and you see that he does in fact have a matching, like, chest to waist scar on his back on the other side of like his spine, from the giant scar he has on the front of him. So it's an interesting thing. He's clearly been impaled at least once in his life, and he never
Scar buddies.
covered it over with gold.
Did
And,
everyone see it,
yeah.
or was it just... Okay. Was
So-
just the team got it?
Sylvana apparently, really channeling the fact that she once attended a match of the collegiate volleyball team as an observer and just applied the
women's.
principles of it.
The women's collegiate volleyball.
Yes.
That's
And so yeah, team nerd tried their best, but alas, Ces, you were too much of a Chad working alongside these people.
No.
And-
Obs?
Yeah.
I rolled 10.
All right.
It's okay. Don't have to sugarcoat it.
Does
It's
anybody?
okay. Juby picked the nerds, so.
Yeah, she did give herself a handicap. Does anybody want to give any particular volleyball flourishes during the match?
I've already said that I lifted up Lily so she could like spike it from super high. Other than that, just on the victory, just a walk by kind of like upright, like high five with Hecate, and then chest bump Kaishin.
Kaishin will reciprocate. What about you, Fruh?
I think they're just like, they're having a great time, but they're like it's kind of like one of those things where they're like playing for fun, like through and through. But if there's ever a situation where it's like a spike moment, they kill her, like 100% drill it into the ground.
They do a little
So just
face
like-
step into the air to slam it.
Yeah. They like someone lobs it over and they face step like 30 feet in the air and just slam it down, meteor smash or whatever.
Jubilee, is there any flourishes you wish to do?
Not with that sad little 11 I rolled. I like to think that she is a little bit more concerned about trying to keep, like, it's funny because you can't try to cover yourself when you're wearing a swimsuit.
Yeah.
But she's much more concerned about that. she's clearly uncomfortable in what
Gotcha.
she's wearing.
Paige, how does the power of gay affect you?
Yeah. So
How does it
there
affect
is
you and your dynamic duo.
Yes. So I imagine they're kind of going back and forth with each other, and as probably Sylvana like hits it in the air, she will may or may not have used time magic in order to slow it down to a more precise hit. Considering she's never really done it before, so she will use her athletics or dexterity to her advantage and at least hit a good couple of shots.
Well, you got an at 20, so you're slamming.
Yeah.
You are
So you
Black
got
Brit
equal to
Betty
me.
Bramble Slam.
It's the sudden rush of adrenaline
Yep.
of gay.
It's the power of gay.
Yeah.
I also just want to add, just since we're being gay and talking about things showing, Fruh didn't wear his swimsuit, because they just wore like a dress.
Really?
And they're wearing, they're wearing underwear underneath it, obviously, but it's just like, standard underwear. I'm sorry.
Hey,
She's honest, and I appreciate that.
But so if you are inclined to look at the sights, it's there, especially when they're jumping far in the air.
You love to see it. And then finally, Ces, is there anything you want to do with your 10?
I see my bestie pop off with like that. I see my sis pop off with that nat 20, and then like I see Juby and Sylvana clapping for her, and like the others going, like, all right, I can't let my sis one up me, and she's going for the next spike. Obviously, Miss shoots it and fucking face plants into the sand.
Oh, poor kitty. It's like the fox jumping into snow.
Picks you up and like dusts you off. We'll do the next one better.
Yeah. I think I'll just leave the cooler place to Lily.
Oh, no, it was just, I'm sorry, I just let loose.
No, pop off. Go ahead. Beat them. I don't want them to win.
Lily, that spike was awesome. You got like a killer instinct.
Thank you, I was actually trained to be a Shingi, so I know how to maneuver and assassinate.
Bless you.
Maneuver and assassinate?
Is amazing.
Shingi.
Oh, Shingi.
Shin Yi?
Yeah,
Do we all overhear this, by the way?
Yeah, sure. You hear just talking and stuff. Anybody who speaks Goblin knows what that means. It's basically just Goblin, kind of like assassins. It's their intelligence,
Okay.
It's Goblin for
assassinations,
assassin.
and sabotage.
How do you know that? Don't you not know
Training.
Goblin?
I know Goblin.
I do.
He was married
I-
to a goblin.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, you guys know that Lily was apparently trained to be one of those, but still is a maid.
Full of surprises, aren't you, Lily?
I don't think I'm that interesting.
You'd be surprised on what can come in a small package. Quite many surprises.
So Savada looks over at Paige and goes, Did you just hear that? Am I the only one who just heard it the way that he said it?
No, I definitely heard it.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Just taking notes, no worries.
What did I... Lily, what did I say?
Lily is blushing and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
I should walk up and put a hand on your shoulder and goes, you should probably be careful about your idioms when discussing coming in small packages to a goblin.
If there's a visible like question mark above Malral's head, you would all see it.
The group is noting this.
Noted.
The group will remember this.
In the end, the score came down to 98 to 111 on the die rolls between the two teams. So it seems very large, but it actually was fairly close.
Yeah, it's a lot closer than I thought it was when the rolls were going.
Had Kai Shen not rolled shit with his +6. But yeah, so excellent volleyball match, everybody. Excellent. You can then, get some time to relax, have some drinks, have some snacks.
Class.
Malral will bust out the grill. He has a long apron that says "Kiss the Cook" on front, and he's going to start grilling some burgers and hot dogs for everyone.
Hell yeah.
Fruh starts drink 3.
Let's go, baby. Alcoholism.
You know what? Never mind. You enjoy yourself.
Is that a problem, darling?
No, I just, in all the time that, we've been living together and working together, I can't say I've ever seen you drink at all, really. So it's kind of interesting to see you all loosey goosey.
I wouldn't say I'm too incredibly loosey-goosey, but I do feel a bit more at ease with the people here. Considering that, from what I can tell, things are safe. So, I'm indulging. Let an old person indulge in their lovely drinks.
All right. But I'm not carrying you home, all right?
Oh, no. Trust me, darling. I will not need anybody to carry me home. I can take a lot of these.
All right.
Meanwhile, Malral just over by the grill, like, "Hey guys, check it out! I'm a sorcerer."
Huh?
I didn't know you were actually a practitioner of arcane magic.
I believe it's pronounced sorcerer.
He says as he's starting to put actual barbecue sauce on some of the burgers.
I just assumed it was
Barbecue sauce on my titties.
Oh,
Heyo?
This
Heyo.
Pardon?
I'm sorry.
That's a strange request.
Let's see. Okay.
You'll
That's the
love to
first
see
thing I
it.
heard when I came back. Okay.
Hey, sister, I'm not.
No. I think he meant a sauce because he has sauce. I think I get the joke.
You're putting it together. I'm very proud of you.
I'm gonna go for a little walk down the beach side. It says just walks off.
Do you want a burger?
Fruh just goes to one of the beach chairs that's kind of not separate from the group, but a decent distance away from the main hub of it, and just continues to drink while looking up and kind of taking a moment to relax.
All right. As people get their various noms in order, I believe in a moment we're going to go deal with some queers. But before that, Ces and I believe Jubilee are going to depart as Fruh and Page are going to be crossing paths. But Malral. So you have 2 available MILFs. Which one do you specifically wish to talk to more? Cryotrixia or Hecate?
I want to talk to Hecate more.
Okay. So as you are grilling, Hecate will, come over with her glass of wine and stuff and look over it all and go, not just a smith. It seems that you also know your way at least around grill. Well, I guess that would be somewhat coming with the territory, being a red dragonborn and all.
I know my way about many things. He gives a bit of a wink.
Oh, do you?
I like to think so. You were great on that volleyball course, by the way.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I may not be incredibly skilled in my own right, but I at least know some athleticism from my younger days.
Oh, yeah? What did you used to do?
Oh, you know how it was. Before the War of Independence, things out in the land that would later become Drome were much more in flux and chaotic. So every priestess was required to be capable of defending themselves from the various vying warlords of the area. The protections of the Dark Six are not always a guaranteed thing when certain people grow hungry.
Must be nice to have some time to relax, huh?
She takes a sip of her wine and goes, "Yes, I much prefer this new world we find ourselves in."
I suppose so. With the war over, it does feel still on edge, but good.
Yes, what was it even like fighting amongst the Crusaders?
Oh, constant battle. I remember that. Trust me, I earned these scars. It just seems most of the time people would come to me bloodied only to run back out and get bloodied again. Of course, as a priest, I'm sure you know a bit about that with your magical healing.
Yes, during the War of Independence, I had to heal many of our fighters and deliver the last rites to far too many.
A grim subject. But now, we can focus more on the future rather than the past. All those lives that we saved are lives I can live on now. At least I like to think so.
Yes, I like to think that at least our war was for a just cause, and we have made the world a better place by protecting these people. I'm not entirely sure why you Crusaders kept fighting each other, though. Seems to be rather arbitrary to me.
I don't really know myself. All I know is my people were taken in by some other people, and we wanted to return the kindness. Yours sounded very important, though. I couldn't imagine fighting for independence. Just seems strange to me. Then again, I'm a big scaly thing with a giant toothy maw. So,
Well,
I can understand when people look at you a bit strange and you just want to be treated the same.
indeed. Things here for millennia were incredibly brutal, and we were treated much like monsters to be hunted by the Templars and Crusaders of the kingdoms. They refused to believe that we were people too. And so it seemed like that was going to be our lives forever, until the daughters appeared and managed to get everybody unified together to think that maybe a better world was possible.
Well, I'm definitely glad to see it. I'm happy with all the friends I've made today. I'm glad to have met people like you.
Well, this is my first time meeting you. It seems that those heroes have definitely made some good choices in their companions.
I'm still getting to know them too, but from what I've heard, they're good people.
They are. They have done much for the city of Greywall and for some of us personally. And if anything, they helped avert another war, and if that should be something to be cherished in its own right. Although they are all foreigners, we do our best to make them feel like they belong in Greywall. For at the end of the day, it seems that they have more in common with us than they ever did with the Crusaders.
Crusaders, foreigners, whatever. We're all people. Now, enough of that war talk. Tell me, what do you do besides that? Would you like to do anything? As he says, he offers her a hot dog or a burger, her choice.
She'll take a hot dog and she'll tear off some small pieces of it and feed it to her hare. As she is talking. And she goes, well, I assume that you remembered my introduction. I am the High Priestess of the Dark Six in Grey.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, but I meant more outside your job.
My purpose is to safeguard and shepherd the souls of all of the people of Greywall, and to help ensure that they can explore themselves fully, as well as find true connection to their inner aspects. And that is a very consuming job in its own right. In addition, of course, I ensure that the orphans of the city are taken care of, as well as that the less fortunate are fed and clothed, and of course various diplomatic activities for the governor.
Definitely sounds like busy work.
The greatest burdens fall on the strongest souls.
You need some help with that burden?
Oh, do you have interest in assisting the Dark Six? You didn't take me as a particularly devout type.
I don't really know much about the gods, but I like to help people.
Well, if you wish to have a little religious tutelage, I could give you some instruction, and I think I could figure out a few ways to put you to work.
Sounds good.
She gives you a big,
maybe we can discuss it more.
Smile.
Sounds good. Maybe we can discuss it more. Maybe over dinner?
How about we first discuss it after a bit of communion?
Fair enough.
I have to make sure that you are worthy of my dinner. And of course that means you're going to have to prove your devotion. As she, kind of, finishes tearing off the rest of the hot dog and feeding it to the rest of her hair.
As long as it means I can help people, I'm good.
Well, I'm glad that you at least haven't fallen under the sway of that frustratingly reviled hobgoblin that Ces seems to be so enamored with.
Don't think I've actually met her yet.
Ces is a good person, but unfortunately she is consorting with the less fortunate not in a social status, but rather in a very much a morality sense. I almost feel sorry for that woman. The priestess, not Ces, of course. Ces, I think in time will figure out that she should perhaps put her services to better use for our church, actually helping people instead of perpetuating the interests of the Crusaders.
If you say so. Honestly, as long as people are being helped.
I'm sorry if I'm theologically pontificating, but it is a point of particular friction between the Crusaders and the governor's denizens, and I have my very specific beliefs on the matter, but I won't bore you with all the gritty details of atrocities and prejudice. I think rather we can agree that the best thing in such trying times is another hot dog.
Alright, here you go. He goes ahead and hands her another sausage.
She will take it and she will open her jaw, and it's almost like she unhinges it like an anaconda as she swallows it whole, and she winks.
Despite him being red, his cheeks still go a little bit darker.
All right. Is there anything else you wish to talk about with Hecate?
No, I kind of just wanted to get to know her a bit more.
Gotcha. All right. So with that, you continue to chat with her, and she's nice enough. She talks about what it's like in Great Wall and stuff, and helping people and kind of stuff that she imagines that she could make you do already when you get back. And then as you are doing that, let's go to Fruh. Fruh, what is our drunk Wynant doing?
Drunk Wynant is currently lounging, very comfortable with their glass of wine. This is being the third one, probably about halfway done at this point. It's just kind of looking over at everybody having a good time, and they see Page and Sylvana kind of like chilling, chatting together, but they break off for a bit to get food, and as soon as Fruh crosses into Page's line of sight, they're just going to kind of raise their hand and sort of like beckon them over to them.
Oh, she's gonna kind of point to herself like, me?
Yes, you darling, come on. Something I want to talk to you about.
Of course. She'll like trot over a little bit. What was it you wanted to talk about? Is it something personal? Should we move to somewhere more private, or?
Well, oh yeah, let's walk a little bit. Let's walk over to I don't know. Walk by the beach. Haven't gone in yet, so might as well at least get our toes wet.
Oh yeah, sure. That sounds great. As long as I'm not like fully in it.
No. You don't. I know how these things can get with fur. If it's too inconvenient for you, then feel free to stay to my right and avoid the water altogether.
I don't mind a little bit, so it'll be fine.
So they'll walk over and just kind of do as we said, just kind of like walk along the beach ferry for a bit, but once they get there, just kind of like take a second and stop and just kind of look over at Paige and say, You and your partner seem to be doing quite well.
She'll kind of stare for a second, blinking like, pardon? Come again?
You and Sylvana. I mean, you two can't keep your eyes off of each other.
Huh? Oh! Partner,
Did I misunderstand something? I'm sorry. I must apologize if that's the case. If that's not the case.
No.
So you are together?
No, we're... No.
I should let you finish.
I apologize. Don't mean to make anything confusing. I guess I'm just a little confused myself. I mean, she's so pretty and really nice, and she just kind of gestures a little bit to herself, like, I've never really been in a relationship before, and people don't normally want their first to be a complete beginner, right?
There's just this wholesome smile of like, darling, you are so adorable right now. But Fruh looks over at Paige and says, seeing that little flame in your eyes when you speak about her is just... I know you like her, but from what you said, does she not see you the same way?
I'm not sure.
And sorry, I need to interrupt for a moment. You said that she is so pretty, but you here are stunning yourself. Don't sell yourself short.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't consider myself that, but thank you for that. That means a lot coming from you. Uh, I mean, we've hung out a lot, and I mean, she likes hanging out with me, and I like hanging out with her. I don't know if that means anything, or I don't know how relationships work or how it's supposed to feel, but I do feel really funny when I'm around her.
Funny is good. I also must say, for someone that reads a lot of romance novels, that you're saying that you don't know what it's like. They experience it in the books that you've read, I'm sure. Does that feel at all familiar to you? That funny feeling, that spark in your heart, that feeling of your body just igniting with the desire to be around somebody. Is that not what you feel?
I'll admit the descriptions in the book do kind of feel how I'm feeling a little bit, but I just don't know how to say it, you know?
You don't have to say anything from the get-go. When I first met my husband, he was truly something special. Just everything you could ever want in a partner. And I just sat there looking at him and just thinking, "Oh, what an amazing and beautiful person they are." And when you stare into their eyes and you see them smile back, it is just... nothing beats that feeling. And so, ways that I see when you two stare at each other, maybe a little bit of a vicarious living, but I do see a little bit of that. And, yeah. I apologize. I feel like I'm overstepping a little bit.
Oh, no. I'm really glad that you told me about him. I feel like there's so much that we don't know about you, and I'm glad. It makes me happy that you feel that way and that you kind of see yourself in me too.
I see myself in you very much, Paige.
Can you tell me how you two first kissed? If you did,
No.
I mean, I assume.
I don't mind. You just brought back a memory that I don't think that I've accessed in a long time.
Oh, if you can't remember, that's okay.
No.
I'm sure.
I can remember it. The years that I was with her, or with him, were the best of my life. He took the lead, I should specify, from the get-go. We were dancing, holding each other close at a ball. I was in a large gown, dressed to the nines, as they say. And he was wearing just... Thank you. And he was wearing, unassuming, but a nice tuxedo suit. I suppose I should mention for your mental picture, I know this is important, he was a white dragonborn.
Dragonborn?
Yes. Dokrin was his name. But in that moment when we held each other, looked into each other's eyes, He just simply leaned forward. And I closed my eyes, terrified to see what happened next. And I felt a kiss. So I held him close, very tightly, and did what anyone would do in that situation when confronted by the love of your life, and kissed him back. Nothing special, just two adults looking at each other and having a lovely time.
Oh, Fruh, I think that sounds better than anything I've ever read.
Well, I must say that I have read quite a few of the books that you folks know. Don't mention that to anybody else, but
Oh, you have?
I know about those ones. 70% off, all that stuff.
It is a good one.
Yes.
That's so wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I think I feel a little bit confident. I mean, I don't know how she'll respond, but I want to at least make it known how I feel.
That is beautiful. Paige. If you feel like you don't have the confidence, just look into their eyes. And if you see that sparkle, you'll know that they're with you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think I can give it a try. Thank you, Fruh. I don't think I could do it without you.
It's all right, Paige. I knew a little girl like you, so full of love. And I want to make sure that things are okay.
Kind of reach over and take Fruh's hand and give it a little bit of a squeeze.
He'll squeeze it back and you can go back to her now.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do
You
it.
don't, so you don't have to rush into it immediately. Wait
Oh.
for the right moment, but
Oh, yes. Okay. Well,
you'll always remember it, for better or worse.
Okay. All right. I'll see you later then.
Okay,
And
take care.
She'll go and run off to find Sylvana.
Oh, Paige, I was just looking for you.
Oh, sorry about that. I was talking with Fruh for a little bit. Is everything okay?
Oh, yes. I hope everything went well with Fruh. I was just the sun was setting, and I thought I did see like a little like cliff area nearby, and I thought it might be nice to get a better look over things.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds so lovely. I would love to do that. Just the two of us, right?
She looks kind of like bashfully to the side for a bit as she kind of pushes some hair behind her ear and goes, yes, if that's all right, I thought it would be nice, even if we didn't win our match today, that we got to keep the dynamic duo together.
Yeah, we make a good team. Sure, let's go then.
And she will smile and head towards the cliff with you. And before we finish that, we will jump over to Ces. What are you doing now? It's Ces. The sun is falling. The sun is setting. I mean, the sky is falling. The sun is setting.
The sky is falling.
Ces here.
They're
Sif?
muted.
Is Sif muted? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
I've been
no.
talking with my mic muted.
Oh,
The sky is falling.
The sky is falling. What do you
like,
do?
Paige needs a moment. We gotta let her have a moment.
Yeah, gotta buy her time. Listen. I just want it to be noted for the chat. Barbecue sauce on her titties is not the worst thing Yulia said tonight.
The night is
Type
still
that.
young, chat. The night
Gotta
is
buy
still
her some
young.
time to charge up.
Don't make fun of me.
But
I'm
Seth,
appreciating
as you finish spreading that barbecue sauce on your titties, what do you do?
Yeah, so Ces walked off from after the volleyball thing without lunch or anything, just like staring at the lakeside, walking just the coast side, typical romanticizing your melancholic solitude as you do. He's just walking. Eventually comes to a nice little spot where there's like no like debris in the sand, and it's kind of more grassier than just sand beach. It's like the forest is reaching out. She's just gonna sit by a tree and stare off into the sunset and just sit and think.
Yeah, and Juby will follow. Not like she's not trying to hide the fact that she's there, but she doesn't want to make it like super obvious either. Because she doesn't want it to be like weird that she's that she's following her. She's definitely overthinking this. But seeing that Seth found like a nice quiet spot and sat down, she'll just approach, and she doesn't sit down next to her, but she'll like stand in close proximity and just, kind of as nonchalantly as she can muster, just it's a nice spot you found.
Oh shit! And like so sort of like hops up from like sitting position. Oh, Juby. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Sorry, you looked kind of lost in thought. I can go. I mean,
No,
people usually want to be alone when they seek out a quiet spot.
Well, when people follow somebody for, I'm assuming this stretch of like walking, they got something to say. Is there something I can help you with?
Well, I was wondering if there was something I could help you with.
Uh, how so? Because if it's beach volleyball, that match is already over. Maggie's gonna brag that
Listen,
in your
y'all won
face.
fair and square. I understand that. Maggie will never ever let me forget it either. So, but no, I guess you're always so good about listening to other people and to me, you listen to my troubles, and I don't know, you looked when you walked away, you looked like you were just thinking, and
Yeah, I know it's a rare sight from me.
I don't think it's that rare at all. I think there's a lot of thoughts in that head of yours. So
Yeah.
thoughts can be easier if you share them, I find.
I guess it's just there's a lot. It's kind of hard to just pick one. I guess it's not really usual for me to just pick something and just talk about it. Is there anything in particular that's got you worried about me?
Um, no, not in particular, I guess.
You sure you can ask? I'm not gonna like get mad at you for asking if you're curious.
Well, I just don't like to pry. I know there's a lot in people's lives that's none of my business.
Hold on. We're in each other's lives. We're each other's business. So don't feel bad.
I guess you've just given me a lot of advice, and regarding like Kairos and paint, and I I wonder if you're able to give such good advice because you've experienced similar things.
Oh, that's a very accurate shot in the dock there, Juby. I mean, I think I've made it very clear with you all that I've actually dated people, and I don't get most of my romantic experience from a book. Uh, but yeah, I've had I've had a long string of paints and kairos, as you could say. I
Any that still bother you?
mean, majority, no. I mean, most relationships I ever got into, I had to be the dominant one and go in and get what I want and stuff. So that was kind of the norm. And well, you know, growing up with my less than savory reputation, it wasn't really nice hearing what other people had to say about me dating their kids. But I went and got what I wanted. And most of those relationships didn't really last too long. They had bigger things in mind, like you remember the Minotaur from the disco, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, when we dated back in high school, he eventually, decided to focus more on his career and on that, grind as he calls it. So it's a lot of that, and I got used to that. I accepted that was my lot in life, until one day in the pits, I met this one lady. This you know how I'm like a cat shifter? I met this like sheep shifter. She had like fluffy, beautiful white hair, two amazing little tiny horns, and a rapier that was aimed at my throat. And I thought nothing of it, I occasional hot person, I don't sweat over those things. You know me. But what got me off guard is that she engaged me. She initiated things with me, and it was wonderful. I'm not usually the first pick, except in things like beach volleyball, I guess, but it was great. We did jobs together for LD. We ran our own causing trouble, hijinks, helping her live up to her name, get a reputation started. And I genuinely felt safe and wanted by someone that wasn't Paige. And
Mm.
I
So what
I
what
I pulled a
happened?
paint and I took an advance from one of LD's jobs and I bought a ring. This chick had so much control over me that I didn't think twice about what would happen if I did. I just bought a ring. I would do literally anything she asked, and I went ahead and did that. And so she came from a noble family apparently. I really couldn't tell, with the crimes we were committing. I didn't realize she was actually loaded. And, poor cat girl hitting on a rich man's daughter, that never goes well. And so he he challenged me, you'll get my blessing if you do this in the pits. And I did. And the entire time was her dad was looking over the arena, but not her. And then after I'd got the blessing, I waited at our usual spot, that little abandoned rich house that I showed you guys back in Sean. And I waited and waited. She didn't come. Her dad did. And he told me that during the time that I was apparently distracting him, she stole a precious family heirloom from the house and absconded to go live her legend. A legend that doesn't have room for a gal like me.
Oh,
Anyways,
Sass.
he bought the ring off me, and I treated Paige and I to a really fancy Upashan meal. But and she doesn't know about this, and well, I mean, she kind of already knows I've been through a lot. So what's the harm in her knowing this? I guess.
Sass. I'm so
Listen,
sorry.
it's fine. Okay,
I'm
that pain is a reminder. Right, I know what my lot in life is, and I'm fine with that. Okay, I mean, we're in a business now, and even though I'm surrounded by so many attractive people, I'm gonna focus on the business. I don't think it'd be healthy for this group to engage in another relationship if that's what you're concerned about. I after seeing how things got so dramatic with Pain and how things at Kairos, and it's not just you and Paint and Fruh's got the, I don't want to toss more baggage into the mix. I don't. I like you guys too much to let anybody like me like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. But
I mean, I
I know you don't like to feel pitied, and this isn't pity, Sass. This is genuine, concern and affection for you. I'm sorry that you experienced that. And
listen. It happens. No one ever gets there happily ever out after at the door, and it's all right. I kind of just want to see you guys be happy and stuff now. I mean, I won't lie. I'm sure you've thought about it too, but I've thought about things with you or with Sylvana or Laryssa or the hell. I'm sure once Fruh stops being an insane murderous psychopath, he'll probably be really hot to me. But
Hmm.
I just, with my baggage and, well, if I can be open a bit more with you, it's Paige and I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time back home, and if I were to get into a relationship, if I were to be a bit more selfish, I just don't want to feel like I'm leaving her, you know? I've been like that before, and I couldn't imagine making my sister feel that way.
yeah, I can I guess I can understand that too. But you know, Paige, what you two have, that bond, it's really something special, and it's never going away. But Paige has her own life to live, and
I
I think
mean,
she's a lot stronger than you give her credit for.
oh,
And and
I
you
know what
have your life to live too.
I know what she's capable of. Don't worry. I know she's plenty strong. It's just first time getting out there. I just don't think it'd be safe if I were to start something, you know? I'm happy cuddling with you guys and kissing and stuff, but you know,
Mm.
sounds dangerous. But kissing's fine. I'm sorry. It's the beach is getting to me. The heat, the really attractive outfits my friends are in right now. It's I've been pondering a bit. That's all.
Huh. Well, you behave yourself because, you know, we already talked about this, but um, I certainly have to keep things professional.
Well, I mean, we're at a beach and you're slowly getting out of your comfort zone. And well, you know, you played 20 questions with me. I'll play 20 questions with you. Why were you asking me about like you said affection when it came to my relationships? Have you I mean, not specifically me, but have you ever like been attracted to a woman before, Juby? I mean, like, I'm not judging you. I'm not making assumptions that makes an ass out of me. But like between Paint and Kairos, and Paint being more mask leaning, I was just
Yes.
okay. Have you ever been forward with a girl before?
No. I've never been forward with anyone before.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you and Kairos or you and Paint at least the very least held hands. Yeah.
Um, uh, unless you count me snatching Kairos from the jaws of death, no, I never really held hands or had any sort of physicality
Do
or
you
anything.
Do you want to see if you like being physical with girls?
I feel like we've had this conversation. Um, and the last time, I feel like it made things a little awkward.
I mean, how so? Why was it? How'd you feel awkward?
Well, I feel like when you asked if I wanted to kiss you and I didn't, I felt and you got really upset.
Did I? I'm sorry, I might be misremembering the night. I mean, to be honest, I was expecting a more direct kiss for fun, but the cheek kiss was very nice too.
Yeah, you just seemed really off the next day, and I wonder if you're looking for something that I don't know if I I can give.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, if you, sorry, I'm fine with more casual shows of liking people, and I guess holding myself back kind of just made me smooch you without seeing if you were comfortable with that. Were you okay with that sort of thing? If that's not something you're comfortable with, I can stop.
Let me let me be honest, sis. I I have a really hard time knowing if things are just for fun or not.
Okay.
So, and if people want to do things just for fun, that's fine, mind you. I don't judge, but I tend to get attached a little too quickly, and it's made a mess of things on multiple occasions.
Well, if I told you that I smooched Sylvana on the cheek too, would that make you jealous or something?
Oh, I already know. She told me.
I'm glad to see you talking about my smooches behind my back then.
Oh yeah, we all talked about it at book club.
Wait,
Um,
we? Like we all? Like who? Wait, who else? Who else is who else is spilling tea about me? Come on.
your sister.
It says looks at the camera. Okay.
I think it would do you some good to be a little more honest with her, but that's neither here nor there. Um,
Listen, I don't know if I have it in me for something. I don't know if I'm someone with a future you could be looking forward to, but if you just want to feel loved right now, I'm letting you know I wouldn't just smooch anyone on the cheek, right? I don't know if you're attaching some value of self-worth to things, but Juby, you're an amazingly beautiful person. You're jaw-droppingly stunning.
Hmm.
And I would very much. I'm sorry, it's been very hard trying to not think here. I have to I feel like whenever I'm at the house too, I have to think so hard about professional boundaries, and I feel like that smooch was pushing it. But if I could just drop those, I would very much like to kiss you. But I also don't want to I don't want to hurt you.
I don't want to hurt you either.
So, what do we do now?
Well, I've done a lot of things outside my comfort zone today. And she's gonna look over at Ces and scooch a little closer. And if Ces allows it, she's gonna lean in and give her just the quickest little smooch.
As the smooch parts, Says takes out her veil, like her little jacket veil, and wraps it around Juby and pulls it in for a second longer one.
Yep, we're doing this. Oh.
It's just the smooch, but
It's a
goddamn is it gay?
After the second smooch, she's just gonna look so like flustered, like starry-eyed, and just go, wow,
That was nice, yeah.
yeah, was that okay?
Yes, very much so, okay?
Okay.
And if you ever want to see or reaffirm that you can be attracted to the girls, just let me know, alright?
Okay. Is it okay if we still just...
Not even like waiting for you to finish. She just wraps her arm around her and you two just like vibe and cuddle to the sunset.
Oh. Yeah, she will happily lean into the cuddles.
All right. Any additional considerations during this moment? Ces and Jubilee.
That was the first on-screen kiss from our D&D group. That is the only
Yay!
thought in my head.
You'll love to see it. You'll love to see
We
it.
did it.
We got gay
Robbed.
up in here all day, every day.
We're about to see the
Yeah.
second one when we go back to
Robbed from
Sylvana and Page.
That's all I care about.
Yeah. All right, I have to channel my own gay time. Let's go. All right. Do you guys have anything else you wish to do as you cuddle to the sunset?
Nope. I don't think
Very
so.
happy.
Yeah, just
Says is no
Juby.
longer hungry.
Poor
Yeah.
Juby's heart is probably going a mile a minute right now. She's trying so hard to just vibe and be calm.
Says does like the fucking therapy pet thing where like she leans in close to your chest to like help calm you down. And only for that reason. I swear there's no other reason Says would be interested.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that already set up, geez, got a high bar to meet. We will flash over to our simultaneous sunset crew. So as you guys are leaving the beach area, Sylvana will grab your hand and kind of lead you over to this, like a very small cliff area overlooking the lake, and actually able to see over some of the trees surrounding the forest. And as the sun is setting, she goes, "See, this is I saw it earlier, and I just thought it would be really wonderful to show you this. I know growing up in Shan, you probably didn't get too many opportunities to see this, and then with being in Greywall and everything, the wall kind of blocks things, and I thought it would be really a beautiful way to end our day together. The dynamic duo made it through the whole day.
No, this is so beautiful. Thank you. How did you even find this place?
She kind of like moves her foot a little bashfully. She goes, "Well, as we were doing the sandcastles, I looked around and observed the relative heights of all the trees and varying terrain features to help establish the overall topography of the area. And I determined that this would probably be the only area in close proximity to the beach that would allow an unobstructed view, so that I could take you here tonight."
So that's really thoughtful of you, Sylvana. I really appreciate it. You always really go out of your way to make me feel nice. I appreciate that.
Of course, Paige. Um, you've done so much for me, and any little thing I can do for you to help see you smile, well, then I know it was a worthwhile effort.
Kind of stand there for a moment before she kind of takes in that deep breath and walks over. She'll reach down and take her hand and kind of lead her towards the edge a little bit to get a better look of the ocean.
Savannah is a little surprised, but her eyes kind of bolt open, but she kind of very eagerly follows you as you lead her.
Really pretty. This is. You're really pretty, Sylvana.
She kind of blinks like 5 times at you for a second, um, and you notice like her face start blushing as she pushes her hair back behind her ear again and kind of looks down into the right of you and goes, "And I I think you're absolutely beautiful, Paige. I always have."
What? Really? You, you, me? I, I mean, you. From what Ces said, I figured maybe you two were getting closer, and that's perfectly fine. I know how outgoing and wonderful she is, so
No,
I definitely.
I I love your sister very dearly. She is a wonderful friend, but and she kind of looks up to make eye contact with you and goes, "But I've always been close to you, Paige, and I I've been so afraid of that you that you may just think we're just really good friends."
Well, I do. I consider you a friend. I consider you my very best friend, a friend that I never felt that I had before, but this this feeling that I get in the pit of my stomach, it makes me a little queasy, but it's only when I'm around you, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's, um actually when you had mentioned that Seth had kissed you, I've been thinking about it, and I I think that I want to kiss you too.
Sylvana kind of looks into your eyes longer as she processes that, and she is gonna, a bit slowly, she's gonna move one of her gloved hands to kind of push the hair back behind your ear. Or I guess you have cat ears, so push it to the side. um, I would want nothing more in all the world.
Kind of uses her free hand that's still shaking a little bit and to kind of hold onto her arm and bring her in a little bit closer.
And
Close our eyes, right?
Paige, in this moment, I think I want to see everything, and I don't want to forget this.
She's gonna lean in and just gently kiss her.
And in that moment, as you kiss her, she immediately returns it in full, and you feel your temporal vision show a fractured prismatic fractal of Sylvana extending a million times into the void, and they all start collapsing in one after another rapidly before your eyes until the only thing in that moment is just her and you on that cliff. And she will use her other hand to hold your cheek, kiss you a bit more, before finally pulling back a little bit and panting a little as she looks up at you and kind of rubs her nose against yours for a moment.
Kind of move one of the hands that was originally taking her hand and kind of place it on her hip and slowly just sways a little bit. No music, no nothing, just a little back and forth.
You are truly incredible, Paige. And I would love if this moment continued forever.
Me too. I'd love nothing more than that.
And she'll extend over like one of her arms and kind of just gently pull you next to her and kind of lean your head against her shoulder as the sun sets, and goes, "And I don't want to leave your side." And she'll
Sure,
take
that doesn't happen.
she'll take her scrunchie off and she'll just wrap it around your guys' hands together and just be like, just hold your hand.
Kind of looks down at it and her face is like beet red. She squeezes her hand a little bit and just kind of stands with her. Doesn't take her eyes off her. Keeps looking.
truly, truly beautiful. She just kind of smiles and looks very wistfully out into the sunset.
Perfect.
And with that, she will just hold you close as the sun sets. Is there anything else you wish to do or say, Paige?
She's kind of in this state of shock now that the adrenaline's kind of wearing off. Being like, oh God, wait, I actually did that. Hold on a second. But she's just so comfortable in that space, and I'll just kind of lean on her and have her lean on her and just spend the rest of the night just looking at it, at the sunset.
Wonderful. Excellent, excellent. And with that, as our various gay lovebirds kiss as the sun sets, people back at the beach, you see some kobolds come out with instruments, and you see Laryssa get in front of them, and she goes, all right, we've had an awesome day, but I think it's time that we like to fucking dance. Who's with me? And she will start going, and a 1 and a 2, and she's going to start singing as the kobolds start playing. And at this point, you remember, Laryssa's actually a very good singer. As she starts singing some jaunty tunes.
Are the lovers back?
That
The
is up to
music!
the lovers.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can come
Eventually,
back.
the lovers
They're
trickle
allowed to
back
break
hand in
the
hand,
gay.
presumably.
Yeah, I would say, how do you guys come back? You gotta describe that for us.
Which ones?
The both of them.
Yeah. Let's start with Juby and Ces first.
I think they're. Would they be holding hands, Maris, or would they just be close?
I think they would just be very close. Not like holding hands, but just walking in step, very close. Juby's got this unfiltered, dorky grin on her face.
Says has been the most head empty you've seen her this whole day.
As you guys approach Paige, Sylvana's gonna want to keep holding your hand.
We got
She
sand in
will-
all the wrong places.
Ayo. She will happily. I don't think she would let go even if Sylvana told her to.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, you guys see Sylvana and Paige come back to the camp hand in hand, and occasionally you'll see Sylvana, kind of whisper something to Paige and giggle and stuff. Fruh and Malral. What do the old folks do?
I mean, Fruh definitely clocks at like for the two of hold on. Let me roll an insight check for Ces and Juby. That's not bad. Okay. Obviously clocks the Page and Sylvana stuff sailing and is just smiling gently at them, but probably looks over at Juby and Ces and is just kind of just like, they were away for a little while. But I mean, at this point, this is probably like drink 3.5 or something. they finished the third. They're on 4, so they're they're pretty drunk. It says, all right, come on. Now that you're back, we have a lovely dance waiting for all of you.
What?
Oh, a dance?
Yes, don't you hear the serenade of our lovely Laryssa over there?
Yeah, she does sound good. Fruh, are you good?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
They look very inebriated.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hmm.
I'm done to dance like a group.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Come on, Fruh, and she's gonna drag you along with them.
Oh, one moment. I need to set the drink down. I'm on number 4.
Oh my goodness. Put
You
it down.
You have 2 hands.
You're not wrong. I suppose I can drink this wine.
Malral just sees all this, and he has a passive insight of 16, so he sees them both, the couples coming back, both holding hands, and just like,
Well,
Oh.
only one is holding hand.
only one is holding hands. But
Mhm.
still, with a passive 16, I feel like they would see how close the others are. So he would probably just see that and just like to himself, like, ah, young love. Before going off to have a quick talk with Cryotrixia before coming back to the dance floor.
Okay. We'll do a brief aside as you see Cryo and Cleo kind of just observing what's going on. You know, Lami are not renowned for their dancing abilities. And Cleo goes over to go get some snacks as Cryo is drinking her enormous chalice of wine.
She's a good kid.
Oh, yes. My little Cleo is truly a wonderful blessing in this world from the Six.
You've been doing a great job raising her.
Thank you. I do what I can.
Has it been hard?
She kind of looks into her glass for a second and takes another sip and goes, "It could have been easier."
I understand that all too well. Burden of being a single parent can be rough. If ever you need someone to help lift some of that load off, I know you haven't known me long, but I'd be happy to spend more time with her.
Kind of gives you a side look and goes, "She does seem to like you well enough, and you do not appear to be an innate threat."
Oh, I doubt I could.
You will forgive me if I tend to be a bit cagier about such things. I lost my life mate to Crusaders, and so it is asking a lot for me to allow one of them to be around my most precious thing in all the world.
For all I know, I lost mine as well to Crusaders. No one really knows what happened. I don't really like to view people as Crusaders or creatures or any type of faction. People are people. And you're good people. If I can help take some of the burden off, I would like to. And they're a good kid. Honestly, it feels good being able to be a dad again. Or at least pretend to be one.
It kind of takes she does a big sigh and goes, "Well, I will consider it, since she does seem to like you, and they seem to trust you. I think that might be a good initial sign, under, of course, supervision."
Of course. We'll make a We'll make an outing out of it.
I guess I can give you that much.
Gives her a kind smile.
Just kind of her own little smirk and stuff down at him. And goes, however, I think that is a matter for when we return to Greywall. I'm sure you have other things to occupy your attention.
We'll see. Still meeting, getting to know everyone. So unless you want to slither out on the dance floor with me, I'm gonna go find myself another dance partner.
She does a big laugh. And goes, yeah, I'm not really the dancing type. I'm more sway. But have fun.
You sway, I belly dance. And he taps his big tum.
She goes, the movements are truly impressive.
And I'll go back out on the dance floor. Find Hecate, and if she's willing to dance, probably dance with her.
Okay. Yeah, Hecate will be down to dance. Fucking, and Laryssa's gonna sing, and she's gonna grab Lily and start flying around with her as she's singing. And a shard will just kind of be lurking on the periphery of the whole scene. As Kai Shen goes over and stands next to Venom Spite, and he just kind of glares at him for a bit, and he's just kind of minding his own business. And she goes, "If you're going to ask me to dance, you might as well just do it now." I wasn't going to ask you. And she looks very taken aback.
Yeah.
Damn.
I love Kai Shin.
Ooh.
God damn.
She looks very taken aback, and like her mouth like flies open a couple of times. He goes, "But I don't want to humiliate you in front of your friends." And he just grabs her by the wrist and pulls her out onto the dance floor.
Oh no, the pity dance.
The I have to dance with chaperone.
This happens when just two sunrays just get together.
And Sylvana will happily dance with Paige.
Yeets! Just like her fanfic, the Fruh fanfic.
Let's go.
Yes. It's even though these are rather jaunty dances, it's a little close, And then the Fruh, Jubilee, Ces group are having their little three-way dance session.
We can pull in Laryssa too if she's available, and
Yeah.
anyone else who is like just alone and doesn't want to dance with their chaperone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as the dance progresses and stuff, people can alternate dance partners and stuff. Like Kaishin will come over and he'll dance with Jubilee for a bit, during some of the happier numbers and stuff. And Laryssa will just come in like a wrecking ball through every dance group. And for the lighter people in the party, she will lift you up in the air and twirl you around.
Laryssa?
Yeah, Laryssa. She grabs people and flies up in the air and
The lighter
spins
people,
them.
All right. When she comes to my end, I'll just pick her up in one hand and hold her aloft.
Yeah.
Look how she's like that. You know how you hold a kid up when they do the airplane pose?
Yeah.
That's just-
Mhm.
Oh yeah, definitely at one point while they are dancing, she's gonna try to make eye contact with Fruh and kind of just mouth the thank you.
I'll just kind of wink back at her.
So stinking cute.
And as she's making eye contact with Fruh, little Sylvana will kind of lean onto her shoulder and stuff. Just kind of rest her head on it for a moment.
I think if Kai Shen is there, oh, go ahead if you want to
Nope.
be.
Nope, I was just throwing up. It's fine.
Wow. Not the reaction I expected, but let's continue.
I was gonna say, if Kaishen is like, actually being like a life of the party for the first time in the group.
He's dancing, like,
Yeah. Better than we did the first time we were together
Yep.
at a dance club.
Yep.
And just kind of walk over and say, I'm glad to see you're able to let loose a little bit too around them.
It is important to give them this moment. They do not know when it will ever come again.
I'm very happy for them, so thank you for being here with me to see this. It means a lot.
And he will, in between his partners and stuff, he will do a slight bow as he extends out his hand to you.
They'll take it, 100%.
And he will dance with Fruh. He's actually a surprisingly capable dancer.
Yeah, Fruh doesn't know how to lead in dancing,
Mhm.
so
Passion
it's
only
very
leads.
welcome. Oh yeah, I know.
But yes, is there any other individual moments you want to have happen as you guys dance the night away?
Malral, I know, just for context, is doing like the kind of like 20s hands on knees, constantly like, switching them back and forth.
Charleston! Everyone is Charleston!
And just for a bit of fun, let's see if I can't have Malral do a bit of a flirt. One time during the night while they're dancing with Hecate. Can't see if we just go ahead and put that tail of his around her hip.
To pull her in.
Mm-hmm.
You see her hair all let down out of her braids and stuff. Kind of does a love. All their little tongues come out at once as she gets pulled in. But she rolls with it. She's dancing with you. And Jubilee, do you wish to have any last moments in this dance?
I think at some point she would also want to do like a little dance with Maggie. But like Maggie is gonna realize that all of Juby's recent dance moves have been the awful ones that Ces taught her.
Oh god!
So...
As you start like dropping it hot in front of her, as like Maggie's ready to do like traditional dancing, and you're fucking booty shaking. And
Oh god!
What are you doing, Juby? Who's
what they
telling
do.
you that?
Looks over at Ces.
Says do the exact same dance on like Laryssa.
And Laryssa is like 100% like hands over her shoulders and stuff, like fucking thrusting forward, tits bouncing.
Oh god.
And Maggie looks a little horrified before she grabs Doobie and basically starts leading her in real people dancing, in her opinion.
Real people. I see how it is.
Goes, I see that you have developed all kinds of new inclinations since last I saw you.
No, I mean, I'm learning to have a bit of fun. I kind of figured you of all people might appreciate that.
Oh, I'm very aware to see my uptight sister acting so frivolous, I have to say, is absolutely delightful. I'm sure Daddy would love to hear all about it.
The smile is suddenly gone, and she just pales a little. Like, maybe we don't tell Daddy, at least not right away. I don't want him thinking I'm like fooling around or
you
messing
don't want
things up or
thinking about you and a very particular little cat coming down the beach together. Now, that seems to place us in a very peculiar circumstance. She gives you a big smile.
Oh, you're joking. Oh, you're joking.
Oh, I was gonna blackmail you, but I decided that flaunting in front of Daddy that I beat you would probably be more than enough humiliation.
Oh. Yeah. I'll let you have that.
It's good to see you happy, Juby.
Thanks, Maggie. Yeah, things are good. and I hope things will be good for you too when you get back home.
Yeah.
I'm sorry again that I got you all mixed up into everything, but for what it's worth, if this is something that, you truly don't want, I think Daddy can appreciate you putting your foot, charting your own course, and making whatever life you want.
Oh, well, after everything, I give you a lot of grief about it, but Daddy did say that he was gonna actually offer me up to House Leander for a bodyguarding gig.
Is that right? That's wonderful to hear, Maggie.
Yeah, and and don't worry, he made sure it's not Kairos.
Well, that would have been hilarious.
Well,
though.
yeah, he's kind of got his hands full at the moment, and he's got his cousin to look after him right now, so.
But, I am looking forward to finally being able to, as much as I enjoy partying, maybe I'll find myself a nice little half-elf boy who enjoys flying a ship and making me money, and I can just cruise on by.
Oh, right. That living it up in style.
You know what Mama always said.
Oh, yeah, she'd be very happy for you if that's what you decided on.
And kind of just laughs and, continues to dance with you and stuff. Does anyone else want any moments on the dance floor?
2 more dances for Malral. One of them only if they're okay with it. Offers because Cleo is small enough
Yeah,
to where I imagine
you
she
could
can
actually
actually
pick her up.
stand on Malrail's shoulders and stuff. Just offer to dance with her, maybe be her legs, just dance along her in the dance field, give her a chance to have fun.
Okay. Yeah, she could wrap her tail around your chest basically and be able to move around.
Basically, just give her a chance to have some fun on the dance floor.
She giggles a lot as she swings around.
She can hold my tendrils, my hair tendrils,
Yep.
kind of pull me in whatever direction. Second thing is, would like to do traditional goblin dances with Lily if she wants to.
Oh, sure. Kai-Shen will have Lily momentarily, and he will, give you that slight bow and pass her over to you. And she sees you doing goblin dances, and she's very impressed, and she dances along happily with them. And she basically just says wow. Sorry.
Wow, I didn't know that somebody so big could be able to do goblin dances so well.
I had a lot of practice. Fell on my face quite a lot.
Yeah, I imagine that one maneuver is very difficult for somebody of your carriage.
The tail helps a lot.
The stabilization does seem useful, but I'm glad to see you can do the dance. It's always nice to see people who understand.
I'm glad to see you and Kai-Shen are getting along too.
Oh my god, by the ancestors, I was so nervous.
You did great. You two make a great pair.
And she blushes and puts her face into her hands.
It's don't worry, I'll be your wingman.
Oh gosh.
Just gives a joking smirk.
Anybody else?
I have a thing for Asharn if
Okay.
no one else is. After some amount of dancing, I'm assuming Ces has also touched a few drinks with Fruh and is coming back to the gloomy part of the lake to just lie down and just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
It's oh, hey Asharn, what are you doing here?
I was just standing and watching.
Are you fine with that? It's a lot of fun to dance. Very, very exciting. A lot of movement.
I only danced a few times, and they were for missions.
Have you ever? And Says is like looking up, like very like drunk, head empty, like holding an empty glass. Have you ever had fun? It's really fun.
They kind of curl their lip up a bit for a moment as they look down at you, and they go, "No."
Would you like to?
I wouldn't even know how.
Well, what's that? When this isn't. I'm not trying to be racist. I genuinely want to. When you went on those missions and you danced, you danced like who I'm assuming whoever the church had you turn into, yeah? If this is a touchy subject, by the way, please feel free to let me know. I am a little inebriated.
I performed the roles I was given.
Well, perform the role of having fun. You know, Morning Cess might regret this, but Drunk Party Cess won't. If you want, just for tonight, you could try turning into me and having fun. Just go out there and dance. No one will judge you. They'll just think it's me being stupid.
They kind of take a step back and look at you and go, I would rather not.
Oh, I get it. You know, it's me. I mean, I don't think anyone else in the party would mind. It's a trust-building exercise anyways. But if you're not comfortable with that, I don't really understand. But if you're not comfortable with that, that's fine. It's just... we don't get many nights like this. I don't think you ever got... and you didn't seem like you ever got a night like this before. Might as well try to enjoy the one chance you got right now.
I don't like being told to change into someone.
I am so sorry. It was just enough. I didn't mean it like that. I just, I thought it might be easier for you to learn how to have fun if you didn't have to worry about people thinking of you differently, but...
It wouldn't work because she can dance better than you.
Okay, restart. Hi, I'm Ces. I'm very inebriated. Would you like to have fun?
I think I'm going to go get some water, and
yeah.
I'll bring it to you.
Okay. Asharon? Asharon?
Yes.
Thank you.
Of course. And they just kind of disappear behind you. And a few minutes later, there'll just be a cup of water on the sand next to you.
But no Asharon, right?
But no Asharon.
Damn, I scared him off. Drunk Party Girl was not best pick. I apologize. I read that wrong.
But yeah, so everybody's looking. Asharon will not be near the dancing area.
I apologize. I
Sad.
fumbled the bag.
Nobody could have correctly handled that bag, is the secret.
But yes, anything else anybody would like to do as Ces gets hydrated?
Go ahead, Yulia.
Nope, I'm just making noises.
Fair
Happy
enough.
Gay noises.
I'm just making noises.
I kissed the girl and I liked it.
As the night winds down and starts to get a bit slower, Fruh would probably walk over to Page and tap Sylvana on the shoulder and just say, "Would you mind if I take her for one moment, please?"
Sylvana kind of looks a little surprised and looks between you guys and of course, I'm sorry for hogging her all night.
No, trust me, it was my pleasure to see you folks through the night.
And she kind of blushes and does a very as she unbinds herself from Yulia, not Julia Page.
Well,
Sorry, it was the name
Theo?
placards flicked for me. From Paige, she'll just do a lingering kind of, touch on the fingers and stuff before she finally leaves. But yeah,
I'll give her back in a moment. But Fruh will just very softly dance, like slow dance with Paige, and just kind of take a moment and say, I apologize for taking you away from her, but I just couldn't help myself. I'm glad it went well.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
That is what it feels like, dear.
All of those books that I've read, all the hundreds and hundreds of pages that I've turned and looked at and saw and wished and hoped, and what books couldn't prepare me for anything like this.
I can't say I read too many books before my first kiss, but no, they don't. There's something different about feeling it yourself. I'm glad. I'm glad we were able to talk, and I'm glad that you had a lovely night.
Thank you again. I really appreciate the confidence. Thank you for believing in me.
Of course.
Or danced much, it feels nice.
Dancing is a lovely experience, especially when shared with someone that you feel close to.
Good at it. I'm sure your husband was also very good at it too.
You know, I've never really been the type to lead, so I don't have much experience in that.
It's okay.
He always took the reins.
That's okay. You carry yourself so well. I wouldn't have thought anything otherwise. I'm glad we had this opportunity.
I am too.
And I hope you don't make yourself a stranger anymore. Hope that we can talk like this more often.
They sigh and sit there or stand there for a minute, continuing to dance. When we get back to business, this will go away. But I've learned through my experiences with you and so many eye-opening conversations that perhaps when all is said and done, that yes, I can't be like this going forward.
Do my best to make sure that happens. That it's a future that you want.
Yes. There's nothing I want more than to see that little girl shine. And Fruh will take their hands off and walk away.
Stands there, silent and staring at her hands before watching Fruh walk away. And she'll turn and try to find Sylvana again.
Yeah, you'll find Sylvana not far away, just kind of, sipping a drink and stuff, and she immediately perks up as she sees you approach again and gives you a big wave as she walks up. And
offering her a hot dog.
she goes, maybe after dancing. Maybe after dancing. And yeah, she'll go back dancing. All right, final check for everyone. Everyone good? We all Gucci gang?
If everyone is done, as we're all walking back from the dance party, Malral just comes up next to Kai Shin, puts his arm around his shoulders, leans in close, and is like, "Hey, you and Lily, huh? Don't tell me you didn't see how red her ear tips got when dancing with you."
I have that effect on women. It is understandable.
"Oh, Kai Shin, you dog, you!" Just goes ahead and starts like play fisting his ribs.
Kai Shen continues to stand stoically and stuff. She is a charming servant.
Yeah, maybe you should get to know her a bit better. She seems to like you a lot.
Kinda looks wistfully at a distance for a moment and he goes, "She likes the legends around me."
Well, maybe you can show her you, instead of just the legends. If her ear tips are still red after that, maybe it's something you can look into a bit more.
Kind of shrugs and goes, "Noted."
Goes ahead and pats him on the shoulder. "Don't worry, I'll be your wingman."
Says that to everyone. Kasha just kind of like looks for a moment like quizzically at Malral and just kind of shakes his head like, "No, I'm not gonna address that right now." But yeah, as everybody goes back into the mansion for the night after a incredibly busy and very dynamic day, you all have the chance to rest together. To varying degrees, how much you choose to rest together or with specific people, of course, is up to you. But the night will tragically come to pass, and the next morning you'll be gathering your things together, heading on the carriages back to Greywall.
Malral wearing regular clothing, having packed his Speedo in his suitcase, longing for the next time he will eventually be able to wear it again.
Asharin very specifically chooses a different carriage than Cess's,
Oh,
just as an FYI.
Sigh emoji. I know what I fucked up. Why do I keep breaching every one of their barriers by accident? Everyone else playing.
Cess doesn't have enough social intelligence to pick up on all of the incredible trauma.
We're all traumatized. Why can't I just hold your hand and deal with it?
You're too forward.
But yeah, you guys will be able to arrive back in Greywall and get some much needed relaxing, a bit closer than where you came. Laryssa will just do one parting comment about the beach episodes. Be like, "Man, that was like so much fun. We gotta convince those people to let us do that again for free."
Maybe in season 2.
Everyone looks at the camera. And then there is one last thing that'll happen before we wrap it up for tonight, and next time you can begin your quest of trauma. Cess, I believe you need to meet a dog.
Oh God.
Doggo?
Okay. All right. Play my theme, D.
You want literally that theme? Okay.
I gave it to you. I know what I'm doing. I could have picked the funny one from FE3 Houses, but
it's playing.
Okay.
I hope everyone can hear.
Ces at this point, I'm assuming, is in like the kitchen
Uh-huh.
table area, like where you could eat in the kitchen, just by herself, like the day after, like processing things. And she looks down at her coat, takes her coat off, and tosses it on the chair in front of her, and looks at it and goes, "Okay, listen. I know you're technically alive, so you can hear me, I think. So I'm gonna like vent out thoughts, and I don't know if you could do anything, but just it's like talking to an imaginary friend. So don't worry about it. Okay. So yesterday was kind of crazy, kind of very nice, almost ended on a nice note, and then I made a Sharon uncomfortable, and that was I don't know. I keep trying to be your friend. They keep pressing over every fucking landmine, and they deserve better. I just gotta keep trying. You get me, right? Do you get me? I think you get me. I remember Sylvana told me about you. You that Delvirin, something armory. I did a little bit more looking after that. And you're supposed to be like every other example I've seen or heard about from like Golden Oath over there. The rest of your can's really fucking evil. You know that, right? I have no idea what your stick is. You don't seem to like to be a parasite. You don't seem to want to take me over or anything. So I can trust you with the venting. Wait, hold on a second. There's a parasite. Do you eat what I eat? If I eat, do you get fed? I need to know. 1 splotch on my shoulder for yes, 2 for no. And like I'm assuming nothing happens.
You just you see the goo moves in the way that it says Shawnee on your shoulder.
Oh, that is weird. Have I said that already? Did my sis say that on you? Is my sis talking to you?
Shawnee.
Excuse me. Am I going? She's like cleaning out her ears. Like, did I?
Shawnee.
Please stop saying that name. Not so loud. This is kind of freaking me out. We Shawnee? We set?
One.
Yeah, we are one. We fight together. Now, look, listen. I couldn't. When I talked to Golden Oath and Sylvana, they never mentioned any of your kind fucking talking. I'm sorry. I'm having like. I came here to vent, and now I'm being given a new thing to vent about. My jacket's talking to me, and I might be going crazy. And Says is like looking at like a glass or something to see like if she can see a reflection, if everything's all right.
You see one of your shoulders has like rows of your, the spikes that are your armor. They've kind of reconfigured themselves to be like teeth in a mouth as it looks at the glass at you and goes, warm, shiny, warm.
Warm? Or what? Say warm or one. Okay, listen, you can say we are one as long as we keep fighting together. Just don't say that name anymore, okay? Just don't. No one's supposed to hear it. It's a shifter thing, okay? Say says. You can say says, all right? Are you hungry? And she like starts grabbing stuff to make a charcuterie, but it's like, I will feed you if you say says.
We are one, no feed. We have one. And you feel a lot of, you feel a bit of the warmth in your body kind of sap away a bit.
I'm gonna assume that is the spine-chilling terror of a talking jacket. Do you want to? Okay, just call me Ces, and I will. We can go eat. We can eat in the. I like Ces is like grabbing the jacket and going into the dining room where I'm assuming other people are.
All right. It doesn't say anything when you go around other people.
Are you? she's like she doesn't notice. She just puts it on the chair in front of them, and like I was like other people in the dining room are like just looking at Ces really confused and just like putting a cracker on the jacket where the spikes were.
Are you alright?
This seems to be in line with Cess's usual behavior.
This is not my usual behavior. This is not.
I
How
haven't
much did
touched
you
up
have
a
to drink last
hangover.
night?
First off, I don't get hangovers. I'm too cute for that. Secondly,
Sign of hangovers.
have you guys ever like talked to your like weapons before or something, or your armor or something? Because I swear to you, this thing was talking to me. It was saying.
Oh yeah, you talk to them all the time. That's how you know that they're good.
Yeah, I'm not talking like the parental figure, like, ooh, you're such a good boy, you're gonna stab someone really good. No, I'm talking about the it's talking to me thing. Like, it talks back, like it has a mouth.
Hold on. What?
Please, just say something so they don't think I'm crazy. And she like looks at the jacket.
It sits there jacketly.
She's just shaking it back and forth.
Yes. Do you need prepares? He pulls out his hammer.
I don't.
Is Sylvana here?
Yeah. Maybe you should rest, Cess.
Sylvana, you know this Delvira. They'll take care of stuff. You didn't tell me about this, but can they talk? Can they talk to you?
Go ahead and just bonk him once on the head
Is this
with
what
lesser
talk?
restoration.
I'm not crazy. I'm being gaslit.
Yes. It's known that some Delkir symbiotes do talk. It's rare. Most of the bioarcana usually just syncs up with the host's system and just becomes an extent of that. I told you not to tamper with that thing.
It's not bad. I mean, it hasn't done anything to me yet. I just put it on and I get really strong. It's really simple. It's nothing bad. But it is talking to me and not in front of you. Maybe that is a problem. It's gonna be a problem if you don't fucking talk and she goes back to shaking that chair.
Well, what did it say? Did it say
Maybe
something important?
Maybe it's shy and you're forcing it to talk when it doesn't want to.
Or
Give it
maybe
time.
jackets don't really talk.
That's a fair point.
She's gonna set it down and then put a plate of food in front of it and just sit there and wait. I swear to you guys, it's gonna start talking. A mouth is gonna show up.
All right. And as Cess stands there crazily and the jacket sits there jacketly, I think we can end it for tonight.
Oh my god.
That's what we
Going to go ahead and just in case give a second bonk with the hammer of lesser restoration.
But yes, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. I hope you had fun, and as promised, this was an incredibly gay episode. We had two different groups of people smooching. You'll love to see it. We also had people trying to wingman other people, and Medusa's deep throating hot dogs. No symbolism there. But yes,
Hell yeah.
I hope you guys all had fun. You should go check
Can't wait
out.
to spend more time with her.
You should go check out these wonderful players linked in the exclamation point players. You should also go check out exclamation point charity to go to my Tilify. We're raising money for Trans Lifeline, Trans Suicide Prevention and Support Network. Every little bit counts. So I appreciate it if you go swing on by. I'll be back here on Wednesday, and we're gonna do some gaming with a capital Y. And
Gaming.
yep, big gaming hours. For the first time in a while, we are going to be gaming instead of digital art. And so be sure to come on by that for 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. I haven't decided exactly what we're going to play. I might do Wildermyth, and I might name all the characters after people in this chat and watch hilarity ensue. But yeah, so I hope you guys had fun. If you haven't done so already, please give me a follow here on Twitch, a sub over on YouTube, a follow on Twitter, and you can join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. we will be back here next time for more gay adventuring hours as our party gets involved with some serious shenanigans as we enter the sad arcs of the campaign. Got all the gay happiness out now because it's all downhill from here.
The gay
We're
will
gonna
keep
fight
us
till
together.
We're gonna.
We- Yeah.
Sorry.
What is it, Sif?
I was gonna say we're gonna fight till we get the gay back. That is all.
Okay. We're gonna raid somebody I've recently started talking to. They're a other TTRPG creator. Currently, they're playing Doom Eternal, but they're a tiefling named AGF Arsenal. And so we're gonna stop on by, give them some hugs. If you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs. If you're a sub, please copy down the knights. And let's go send them lots of love. I hope you all have a great night and the sweetest of dreams. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.